Hey, what's going on, visionaries? Jason Osborne, JO Vision, back again with another video. And today we're talking about editing. You may be frustrated with the way your edits have been coming out, and today I'm gonna give you my top 3 reasons on why your editing skills aren't improving and what you can do to fix it. Coming up. So yes, editing. Lately I've been asked to help a couple photographers out with their editing skills, and every single one of them expressed their frustration of why they haven't been getting better. And I always ask the top 3 things that I'm about to ask you guys or tell you, because I find that these things are the top 3 reasons of why their editing skills aren't improving, okay? So, number 1. You simply don't know enough about the editing software that you're using. It's very important that you know the ins and outs of the editing software so you know all of its capabilities and functions. You might have things that you want to edit or want to know how to edit, or you might not even know that the editing program is capable of editing the way that you might want to. Having the education and the knowledge base of the editing program that you're using is vital to becoming a great editor for your photographs. Sure, you might have just hopped right in when you first downloaded your software, taught yourself the general functions, and then you got comfortable and you left all of the special features of your editing software in the dark. Those features can definitely improve on your photography editing, so it's important that you learn them. So what's the solution? Well, obviously is go back to the beginning and teach yourself. Really deep dive into your software. Maybe take a lesson or 2. These are things that can help you understand how your editing software works and something that can really develop your editing style. So the second reason why your editing skills might not be improving is because you rely on presets too much. I understand it. You got involved with photography. You saw those cool Facebook and Instagram ads promoting all these cool one-click presets that would turn your picture from bleh to amazing, but then you got used to that and it might have made you a little lazy and you didn't really focus on developing your own editing style, or maybe diving in more into editing past the presets. So that could definitely deter your skills from growing when it comes to photography editing. If you use presets, that's okay. I use presets sometimes, but they're my own presets. They're presets that I've built off of original edits that I've made. If you only use presets that other people have made, well then you're doing 2 things. 1, you're not really going to be able to develop your own editing style. And 2, if there's an edit or a picture that needs more than the preset can offer, either that picture doesn't work well with any of the presets that you already have, or maybe there's some more advanced editing techniques that are going to be needed on that photo, you're going to be left in the dark. So how do we fix this? Well, the simple solution is stop using presets. You're gonna go in, you're gonna edit all your photos maybe for a month or 2 from scratch by hand. It might take you longer, but this is gonna allow you to develop your own style, and you're gonna be able to teach yourself some things about editing that you might not have learned because all you did was click 1 or 2 buttons and then your edit was finished. Another thing is that you don't have to totally abandon presets either. You can take those original edits that you decided to make, save them as your own presets, so that way you can apply that to different images along the line if you want to do some batch editing, or you have some new photos that will work with previous edits that you've done. At least you'll have your own original style that will be reflected throughout your work, and you'll be able to save your time once you do get the presets loaded up. And my third and final reason on why your editing skills aren't improving is because you probably are relying on one editing program to get your edit done. All right, I am a firm believer that you can combine programs like Lightroom and Photoshop to get an amazing edit. Now, you might be a master at that one program, all right, but some programs are weaker than others in certain areas. For example, when it comes to me, I like to use Lightroom and Photoshop together when I edit my portraits. I use Lightroom for the basic selection, culling, cropping, general lighting edits, things like that. And sometimes if it's a full body shot and everything else is good, I don't usually take it into Photoshop. So you don't always need to use a second program. But I did recognize an increase in quality of my work once I did bring in Photoshop for color grading and photo retouching. Because honestly, Lightroom is great, but when it comes to skin retouching and color grading, Photoshop blows it out of the water. So while I might have been getting good color grades and decent skin retouching with the spot removal tool and maybe the light airbrush in Lightroom, when I started teaching myself more about Photoshop, its retouching capabilities, and its color grading tools, once I applied that into my workflow, I saw a huge improvement in my edits. So I would recommend to anyone who is only using one program to find other programs that can work into their workflow and add some appeal to their edits. It can be mobile apps, it can be Photoshop, you might use Lightroom and Capture One or Capture One and Photoshop, however you want to do it. Go ahead and experiment with different editing programs and use them for their strengths where your current program or your main program might be lacking. So just to recap, all right, my top 3 reasons of why your editing might not be improving are: 1, you don't know your software well enough. You can fix this by going back, teaching yourself the software, or go ahead and learning something new about your software. Maybe teach yourself one new thing about the software you're using a day, and I guarantee you that new knowledge is going to help you improve your editing. 2, you rely on presets too much. So the solution to that is you're going to want to go back, ditch the presets, start editing from scratch, develop your own style, and then save those presets as your own personal ones so that you can go ahead and use those edits on different pictures later on. That way, any presets you do use, 1, are going to be free because they're yours, and 2, they're still going to reflect your style because you're the one that created it originally. And 3, you just only use one program. It's okay to use one program for some photos, but some photos might require 2 or maybe 3 programs to get the achieved look that you want for it. So definitely go ahead, teach yourself another program, incorporate it into your workflow, and then you'll definitely see an increase in quality when it comes to your editing work. So if you like this video today, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I appreciate all the likes I can get. You know, maybe you are making one of these 3 mistakes that I named, and hopefully this video will give you some insight on how you can fix it and improve your editing skills. If you want to leave a comment in the section below, please do. I love to converse with all my subscribers and non-subscribers as well if you just came by just to check out this video. I do implore you though, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and I definitely have more videos lined up for 2020. Thank you guys for coming, and I hope to see you again. This is Jason Osborne, J.O. Vision, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.